A military-grade psychosis-inducing amphetamine, Psycho is provided in a unique delivery system that mixes strange chemicals of military origin immediately prior to injection. The drug saw its inception in the laboratories of a research division operating under the authority of General Constantine Chase. It is similar to methamphetamine, but legally distinct from it. It entered combat use during the final stages of the Anchor's reclamation to reduce the impact of attrition on the U.S. forces deployed to the Alaskan front. Its deployment was authorized by the General and his Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Adrian Adami, despite clinical trials being incomplete at the time.
Physician's log, Dr. Adrian Adami, United States Army, Anchorage, Alaska, forward base. Considering what's at stake, General Chase and I both feel the chem codename Psycho can be of significant use during this operation. I've read the early clinical trials, and there are certainly some possible side effects. Dementia, psychotic aggression, and of course addiction. But the adverse effects do seem limited. Okay, I do realize the chem was developed by Chase's R&D division, but if the thing works, it works. Can we really afford to be picky at this point? And some of these ground pounders have family in Anchorage. I'll give them any boost I damn well can. I just hope my Hippocratic oath is still speaking to me when this whole mess is over with.
Its primary effect is an increase to the damage resistance and dampening of higher brain functions, intended to create tough shock troops for human wave assaults. The caveat is that the dampening effect also makes the soldiers hard to control. Some variants of Psycho, based on similar chemicals, also increase combat performance by speeding up reflexes and bodily functions to allow soldiers to deal more damage, though said variants precluded the damage resistance boost. Both caused the user to be particularly jumpy and aggressive. Due to the rushed nature of the drug's development and deployment, numerous side effects manifest as a result of Psycho usage. Chief among these is that the stimulant can cause users with weak hearts to suffer a fatal heart attack. Long-term effects include dementia, psychosis, elevated risks of aggression, and general agitation. It may also cause internal damage. Addiction aggravates the adverse symptoms. Long-term Psycho addiction may progress to the point that standard treatment options available in the wasteland, such as Addictol, are no longer effective in treating the habit. In such cases, a far more invasive treatment method may be necessary. Depending on the game, Psycho will give different effects. In Fallout 1 and 2, Psycho increased the damage resistance, allowing users to survive more hits in combat. In Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, Psycho increased the damage dealt. Also, in New Vegas, Psycho is an ingredient for the Slasher drug. In Fallout 4, Psycho acts like Slasher did in Fallout New Vegas, boosting damage resistance as well as the Soul Survivor's damage output. There are several variations of Psycho. Slasher is a chem that combines the effects of medics and Psycho into a single consumable. It is possible to combine the effects of Slasher with medics to gain a 50% total boost to damage resistance. It does not, however, stack with the regular Psycho. Psycho Jet, like Slasher, combines two chems, Psycho and Jet. Psycho Jet increases damage resistance and will slow time for 10 seconds. Psycho Buff is a combination of Psycho and Buff Out, which gives increases to endurance, strength, maximum health, and damage dealt. Psychotats are a combination of Psycho and Mentats, which gives an increase to perception as well as damage resistance. The chem has a reputation of sending its users into a blind rage, increasing aggression and therein combat effectiveness. Raz at Camp Golf suggests that what his squad needs to increase its effectiveness is angry juice. You get the juice, we cut loose, was his assessment. Choosing this option for the squad of misfits will result in them surviving combat, but will lead to them attacking caravans to acquire more of the drug, and their subsequent execution by the NCR. This highlights the destructive effect of the chem. Kate in the Commonwealth suffers from a debilitating addiction to the substance, demonstrating that this chem can have devastating long-term consequences, provided that the chem doesn't send you into cardiac arrest before its consequences catch up with you. Her addiction was so advanced that a much more invasive method for treatment was required. Whether a strung-out, war-torn soldier during the resource wars, or a fiend charging to almost certain death, not even conscious of what awaits them, there is no doubt Psycho has had a large impact on the world of Fallout, and will continue to do so. So long as there is war to be fought, there will be those who seek a chemical advantage. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing for more. If you do, you'll get some addictol. If you don't, you'll get to listen to the fixer noise for the next 17 hours.